Today, the 22nd of April, is marked as Earth Day, a day for the safekeeping of our planet. The global theme for this year is to invest in our planet and to put the money where our mouth is. But before we get into that, let's talk about the challenges that lie before us. We are witnessing erratic shifts in our climatic patterns. This year, the biggest example being South Africa, of course. In a country where the risk of floods was near negligible, more than 400 lives have been lost in the biggest natural calamity in its history. The wildfires sparked across the world, especially mid-Western America, altering snow melting patterns in the region, escalating the risks of water scarcity. Global warming has also altered the precipitation patterns across countries, among them India, that has been seeing minor shifts in its monsoon season. Over 1 billion people are directly dependent on the seasonal rainfall for their livelihoods, and a change in the pattern will no doubt lead to a catastrophe for millions of people. In the past year, climate efforts were focused on phasing out carbon in a bid to contain the warming up of the earth, its impact on low-lying nations, the vulnerable islands that risk a threat to their existence. But a new report now highlights a danger that's far serious. Economists have said that climate change will damage economies of all countries, regardless of them being rich or poor, hot or cold. And as a part of the study, researchers examined data from 174 countries over 50 years, and they found that persistent temperature changes above or below a country's historical norm adversely impacted economic growth, regardless of how warm a country is. It said that the US alone can lose up to 10% of its GDP due to climate change. Canada, which is warming up twice as fast as the rest of the world, could expect a 13% loss in income, while Switzerland could see a 12% GDP per capita drop. The researchers also highlighted that if countries go about their business as usual, then the Earth's temperature will be shooting up by 4 degrees Celsius by the end of this millennium, and that will lead to an overall 7% loss in the world GDP per capita. In 2015, leaders from around the world signed the Paris Agreement. It is a global pact to fight climate change agreed to by nearly 200 countries. The Paris Accord aims to keep the Earth's temperature rise well below 2 degrees Celsius, striving for 1.5 degrees. But as per the United Nations report published last year, even that would require a radical reduction of climate warming greenhouse gas emissions. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.